Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chinatown. We are so thrilled to welcome you today to announce and celebrate the Chinatown Art Registry request for qualifications. This is such a significant moment for the community and for the city. My name is Jenny Leung. I'm the executive director of the Chinese Culture Center. We are a long-standing arts anchor here in Chinatown, and we have a long history of uplifting artists. For over 60 years, we've been amplifying underserved voices and providing a platform for stories that often go untold. And I'm really here to just set some context before I invite our mayor of San Francisco to kick things off. Chinatown is such an important neighborhood for San Francisco and for the country, and yet our community has been deeply underrepresented in public spaces and public art, and we're just so excited. This is the first time that we're seeing deep and meaningful collaboration with the city, public arts, and the community. It's such a groundbreaking process to have the community involved at the very beginning. The Chinatown Artist Registry is a significant moment towards cultural equity and inclusion. We're providing a platform for diverse and underrepresented artists to contribute to San Francisco public art scene. Did you know that currently no Asian American artists or histories in Portsmouth Square? This is such a wake-up call for our community that started over a decade ago with building the Central Subway and the need for community and engagement and inclusion in our landmark spaces. So I have to thank Mayor London Breed, President of the Board of Supervisors, Aaron Peskin, and our district supervisor, and the San Francisco Arts Commission for answering that call, for providing their leadership, their support, and for collaborating with the community in this way. Chinatown has been rebounding from the pandemic, but we are going to be rebounding in a way that is dynamic, that preserves, but also is forward-looking with initiatives like this one. And it will maintain our beautiful community's distinctive character and builds an innovative future. Now I get the honor to introduce and welcome our San Francisco Mayor London Breed. I have to thank Mayor Breed for her leadership in stewarding a vibrant cultural landscape, for her deep love and support for the arts and for Chinatown, and her commitment to equity. Today's announcement could not have happened without Mayor Breed's leadership, who has done so much to ensure the community is supported in a vibrant way on so many different levels, from festivals such as the Hungry Ghost Festival, Museum Without Walls, art activation, and this includes a permanent arts hub in Chinatown on Grant Avenue that we're in front of today. And now we have a public art registry that will provide deep and meaningful connections to Chinatown and to the uniqueness of what makes San Francisco great. Mayor Breed, your visionary leadership has enriched our community and provides a blueprint for how we can be innovative and also preserve our culture. Please welcome our San Francisco Mayor, London Breed.
Thank you so much, Jenny. It is so great to be here and to have another reason to celebrate the arts and culture in Chinatown. Just a few months ago, we were standing here along with President of the Board of Supervisors, Aaron Peskin, to announce the purchase of this building, which will be the home of the Chinese Cultural Center, led here by Jenny, and it will be a beacon of hope and excitement for the community. And I took it as a sign before I went to China that the pandas that are located right here at the top of the awning, that it would mean potentially the possibility of us getting pandas. And as many of you know, we will be getting pandas and they will be coming to San Francisco next year. I really want to thank Lion Dance Me because not only do they show up for all these activations and festivities, they get people really excited about being in this community. To experience art and to talk about art and culture is one thing, but to experience it and see it in rare form, the dancing of the lions. It is so exciting, and it's truly a remarkable thing to enjoy here in Chinatown. So thank you again for showing up for us time and time again. You know, we have a lot of commitment to arts and culture, and we make investments of millions of dollars in public art displays, especially when we remodel buildings or reconstruct buildings or build buildings. And oftentimes when we put out a request for proposals, we tend to get artists that aren't necessarily connected to the community and maybe aren't necessarily from San Francisco. And part of what we have done here is a very unique opportunity, a partnership with the San Francisco Arts Commission and the Chinese Cultural Center to identify for some of our most significant capital projects, artists who have a real connection to Chinatown. These are some of the most precious assets in this community, including Portsmouth Square. It's right down the street. It is a rec and park property, but it is considered the living room of Chinatown, where so many people who live here experience the community through Portsmouth Square. It is also the Chinese clinic, the community clinic in Chinatown that provides services for thousands of residents who can't necessarily afford health care, and this is where they go to get medical support. And the library located here in Chinatown. These are projects that, because of the voters and the commitment to the community, working with the Board of Supervisors, we have made commitments to prioritize these facilities for rehabilitation so that they are here for decades to come. And as we provide these public art displays, we want to make sure that they are a real representation of the community. That's why this partnership is unique. That's why this partnership is important, and that's why I'm really excited to be here today to celebrate this partnership, because it means we are finally being very intentional about our investments and about our work and how it impacts community, but more importantly, how it is by and for the community. That is a critical part of this project, and that is why we're happy to be here to announce that we are going to be putting out a request for interest and proposals from artists all around the country, people who not only live here in San Francisco, but have a real connection to Chinatown in San Francisco. And we are looking forward to what we see, what we witness, and working with the community, Chinese Cultural Center, as well as Callie Wong from the API Council, Edge on the Square, which is another important cultural institution along Grant Avenue in Chinatown, bringing the arts, culture, activation, and all that makes Chinatown special is exactly why we're here today to announce this extraordinary program. So thank you all for your work, and let's get it done.
And now I'd like to welcome and introduce the president on the Board of Supervisors, our Chinatown District Supervisor, Aaron Peskin, who has always been a fierce champion for our community, who has supported this outreach process from the very beginning. Please welcome Aaron Peskin.
Thank you, Jenny, and thank you not only to the Chinatown community, but the AAPI community throughout the city and county of San Francisco. All of these advancements only happen because people fight for them and your elected leaders follow those people. And that is precisely what happened in this particular case as we move forward with the Chinatown Artist Registry. If you will recall, we had a central subway just up the street, and initially there would not have been the kind of art that we see in there today by Wo Yu Mei that graces that, were it not for the insistence of the community, of the arts community, and that is why that is there today. And while we put forward a bond to the people of San Francisco to refurbish our parks facilities, number one, the living room of Chinatown, Portsmouth Square that the mayor referred to, the largest single park renovation project in the history of San Francisco, The history of exclusion is reflected in that park with so many pieces of art that were not going to be refurbished or replaced by that bond, and it was the insistence of the community that led to this artist registry. And the same is true for the gracious goodness of the AAPI community in passing measures to redo our libraries and the Chinatown Library that we are on the eve of redoing. And we have one more of those to do this November on the ballot. We all have to vote for the public health and recovery bond in order to redo the Chinatown Health Center that will benefit from the Chinatown Artist Registry. The history of exclusion, of institutional bias, is in so many of our different parts of our life, of our city life, of our government. And it is very, very important to see the page turning, to see that our Arts Commission is embracing a new way that is going to actually stop that history of exclusion, and that is reflected through the Chinatown Artist Registry. But let me sound a note of caution. As these institutions are moving into the 21st century, as they are becoming more inclusive, there are those who would get rid of the San Francisco Arts Commission. So I also say that come November, let us reject the ballot measure not put on by the Board of Supervisors that would eliminate the San Francisco Arts Commission, the Library Commission that is going to oversee the renewal of the Chinatown Branch Library. So let us remember we have to vote for the bonds so we have a new Chinatown Health Center, and against the measure that would eliminate the Arts Commission, the Library Commission, and the Public Health Commission that this community has benefited so much from. With that, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Mary Chu, the Director of Public Arts and Collections from our San Francisco Arts Commission.
Thank you so much, Supervisor Peskin. My name is Mary Chu. I am the Civic Art Collection and Public Art Program Director with the San Francisco Arts Commission. I'm so excited to be here today with Mayor Breed, Supervisor Peskin, and CCC to launch the Chinatown Artist Registry Request for Qualifications. This registry will create a pool of artists with a meaningful connection to Chinatown who will be eligible for commissions of numerous artworks for these three significant renovations projects in Chinatown: Portsmouth Square, the Public Health Center, and the Branch Library. The new artwork will include site-specific integrated wall works and sculpture, as well as the purchase of two-dimensional artworks. The art will not only beautify these critical community spaces, but will celebrate the people, history, and the values of San Francisco Chinatown's communities. Funds for these projects are generated through the Art Enrichment Ordinance, which mandates that 2% of eligible gross construction costs of publicly funded capital improvement projects to be allocated for public art. This amount was supplemented by funds from the California State Assembly member Phil Ting's office, Supervisor Peskin's office, the Office of the City Administrator, and the Recreation and Parks Department. The result is over $2 million in funding for public art. This affirms our city's commitment to the importance of art in our civic spaces, and in particular, public art in Chinatown. The funding from Supervisor Peskin's office will allow the Arts Commission to work closely with the Chinese Culture Center in outreach and technical assistance to monolingual artists and artists who have not previously applied to public art projects. We know that the input and support from our community partners is critical to ensure a more inclusive and equitable selection process. As mentioned before, the Arts Commission's partnership with CCC dates back to 15 years ago when CCC conducted outreach to Chinatown artists for Central Subway Project. One of the successful outcomes of this partnership are the two large-scale red laser cut metal artworks at Rose Pack Chinatown Station that are based on the paper cutouts by Chinatown artist Yu Mei Ho, who very pleased to see here today. This was Ho's first permanent public art project. We are really looking forward to continuing our ongoing partnership with CCC to bring new and vibrant artwork to Chinatown. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Breed, President Peskin, and Mary. I want to also just give a shout out to Mary for her leadership. She has been there from the very beginning as a program manager for the public art for Central Subway that prototyped the city and community collaboration, and through that process discovered Ho Yu Mei and is now the director of the public arts and collections at the Arts Commission. So I thank you, Mary, for listening to the community and leading the way and enabling the community's input in this process. Before I wrap up and close out this press event, I do want to acknowledge Supervisor Raphael Mandelman from District 3. Thank you for joining us, for being a champion and for the arts and always a fierce leader. Commissioners Lydia So, I'd like to actually invite all of you guys to come up for a group photo. Commissioners Lydia So, it really takes a village together with, yes, with various city agencies and community partners. We really couldn't have done this without all of you, the leaders and community partners who have spearheaded this approach. Abby Chen, Tan Chao's not here today, but is Kathy Lam here? Chinatown Community Development Center, come on up. At Malcolm, Edge on the Square, the Chinatown Arts and Culture Coalition, API Council, Callie Wong, CYC, Sarah Wan, Center for Asian American Media, Thuy Tran, Hoi Leong, thank you, please come on up. And I just have to also give a shout out to all of our ethnic press, Sing Dao, David Huang, who's here today, World Journal, KTSF, Skylink, who were instrumental in making sure that the outreach to all and outreach during the first process was a success, and we hope to do it again, and to thank all of our media partners. Please also welcome up our CCC board members, Manny Liu, Rebecca Lee. Arts will be our community's future and our anchor, and it starts with the community first. We're really proud to kick this off, and thank you just so much.